To get the most money for your house, you should definitely add a pool. True or false?
True. It's Arizona.
Come on, man. False. So today we're going to tell you about all the best upgrades you could do to your home to get the most value.
Well, one of the first ones would be a fresh interior and exterior paint. Number two probably would be getting the property deep cleaned and professionally cleaned before you put the house on the market.
You want that house smelling good, right?
I want the house smelling really good. Another thing would be landscaping, all right? That's one thing that gets overlooked. Trim the trees back, get it professionally done to where the curb appeal makes your house pop.
A lot of times people leave dead plants at the house or dead tree that they should just get rid of. So get your landscaper out there and get rid of those items.
One last thing that I'd highly recommend is that you get the property staged. So it really gives potential buyers an ability to see what this house could look like if they were to move in.
And it's done by a professional company that does this every single day and can help you create the most value. A lot of times I've seen where a person will get 10% more for their house just because the house is staged.
Carson, you flipped a bunch of homes, and what are some things in your experience that you would recommend, bigger ticket items to upgrade before potentially putting your house on the market that could really increase the value of the home?
Yeah, so some of those things I would say doing an overhaul in the kitchen. So when someone gets a new house, they don't want a humongous project. So if you go in and already have the kitchen done, where the cabinets are all done, new countertops, new flooring in that area, it's just move-in ready. And a lot of times people could overlook the bathrooms being done or the showers being done because they're like, oh, the main thing's already done. So that a lot of times you'll get your money back for because it's just a big investment that people don't want to take on. Another thing is if you're only going to go, if the kitchen's like maybe 5 or 6 years old and you have time to do the bathrooms, that's always another thing that are worth doing. Doing new counters, new bath vanity, new shower, those things always look great. And I would say the third thing is flooring. That could go either way. If the flooring's not super old, you might just leave it and stage the house professionally. If it is older, a lot of times people see that as a major project where they have to come in and it's just going to take so much time and they can't just automatically move into the place.
Some of those bigger ticket items that you just spoke about, kitchen, bath, flooring, in your experience, what do typically those cost? Now I understand it varies house to house, but typically what would you say would be a new bathroom upgrade?
Yeah, I would say a new bathroom upgrade could easily cost 20 grand on up. Like you could easily go into 100 grand based on how big the bathroom is, what kind of tile you're picking out. And
that's 20 grand per bathroom.
Yeah,
roughly.
per bathroom. It adds up. You do a kitchen, that could be anywhere from 40 grand to 100 to $1 million depending on how big the kitchen is and the price of the homes. These can be very costly items, but it's also an item that most people don't have in their pocketbook to stomach when they go and buy a brand new home. So now we're going to talk about some of the things you might not get your value for. And the first we're going to hit is the pool. What do you think about the pool?
So the pool, depending on location, can increase your value, but for the most part, it really doesn't. If you are in Paradise Valley or a high-end Scottsdale community and you don't already have a pool, that may be a situation where you do want to add a pool, where a buyer is going to be more attractive to a higher-end home that does have the pool.
And a lot of those $300,000-$400,000 houses, you're going to put in a pool, it's going to cost you 50 grand, you're going to probably get 20 grand back. So to me, that doesn't seem like a good investment. Other things are, if you do a whole new electrical system, a new electrical panel, and the appraiser is going to look at that and be like, oh, you put a new electrical panel. But a lot of times you're not going to get the full amount that you put into that because you're kind of replacing like kind and it's just not adding value to it. The same thing with plumbing. If you put in an all new plumbing, most people aren't going to know the difference between what was there before and what's there now.
As long as it's functioning, right?
As long as it's functioning. AC is another good one because if you have a good agent, what's the agent going to tell you if the AC is getting older and you're a good listing agent? What will you tell your client to get?
I would tell my client that we need to get a credit to get a new AC unit, and right then and there, you're going to be able to negotiate that.
Yeah, and if you're a good listing agent and you're representing the seller, you're going to say, hey, let's buy them a home warranty, because that's going to cost you a few $100s as opposed to putting in a new $15,000 AC. And that's just something that's, if you hire the right listing agent, they're going to give you the pointers where you're not spending that $15,000 to list your house right away. The very last thing is windows. If you replace windows, a lot of times the appraiser is going to be like, oh, there's already windows there. You put in new windows, they're triple pane.
Looks nice, but does it really increase the value
Yeah.
of the home?
Yeah, so a lot of times I would say no on that. So talk to your real estate agent, make sure you fully understand what things are going to increase value and what aren't, because one of my last clients over the summer, he wanted to spend 30 grand, and when I really dove into the property and looked what other things are selling, he would have lost that 30 grand and not got it back when we sold it. So give us a call if you have any questions. We'd love to walk you through any of these items and sit down with you and walk your house and show you from our expertise what things you should actually do.